Hello, everyone. It's your girls. Let's get personal with LaTanya and Ray. And we have something so special, something you all been waiting for. And we are going to go ahead and get started because it's amazing. We love you. And get ready. Here we go. Hey, 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 hey. We are here and we have a special night tonight for you because it's all about her. She always is spreading love to everybody else. And today we're going to talk about what that love means because she put it in her book.
God's Unfailing Love. Hey, Ray.
Hey,
what's
Tanya. Wow. Really?
Hi, I can't believe this, you guys. I love her, my sister.
And I love her, and she is amazing. God's Unfailing Love, Tanya.
Yeah.
All the work you put into this. You know what they always say, when someone's quiet, you gotta be wondering what they're doing because she was quiet. And tell us a little bit about this. We are so excited. Tell us about your book and where it all started.
Well, Ray, my sister, thank you so much. My first interview, I wanted to be with my sister. She's a woman of excellence. I love it. So, Ray, you know what? That book started 18 years ago. That's why y'all can do it. There's nothing you can't do. I don't care how long you've been waiting. Bring that baby back up, okay? That baby that you birthed years ago, bring it back. So, actually, I got sick because I was going and running and going everywhere, and I got pregnant. 18 years ago I got pregnant, and it was an ectopic pregnancy. And I was like, my tubes is tied, So I guess that was God's way of saying, look, if you can't sit down, I'm gonna sit you down. And he gave me that God's Unfailing Love. He wanted you to know that he loves you. God's Unfailing Love. And I said, and when I heard the Holy Spirit say, write a book on my love for my people, I said, me write a book?
You?
And yeah, me?
Yes.
And I heard the Holy Spirit say, why not you, daughter? And I said, oh my goodness. And I just started crying because after I had the surgery, I was on bed rest, healing for like 6 to 8 weeks, Ray. And I just got the book. I was obedient and I just started writing. It was just, I was up in the middle of the night, up early in the morning, just writing. I could just hear the Holy Spirit speaking to me, and I'm just writing everything. And I'm in tears because I'm like, is this really me writing? And I was like, I have to get a publisher and an editor and all of this stuff. And I had someone to put it together in Illinois. She was so amazing. She had put it together for me, but of course I had to redo it because it was so many years after that. So he wanted his people to know that I love them no matter what. You are forgiven. There's nothing you can do that God won't forgive you for. So, you get so many people out there to say they've been through so much, and man has told them, you're this, you ain't gonna be this, and you didn't did this, and you didn't did that. But God said, no, I still love you with an unfailing love, a unfinged love. And that's what a book came from, God's Unfailing Love,
wow.
Sweetie. Yep.
You know what? You were chosen to write this book because there's a lot of your experiences in here. So that's why it may have taken 18 years, right?
Wow.
From the beginning.
Wow.
Because God had you go through what you needed to go through to be able to put this in the book. And what's awesome about this book is, like I said, your experiences.
Yes.
So it shows people who are reading this book that you went through it and you got through it with God's love.
Wow.
And that's what I got from the book. when I read the
Wow.
book. And
That's
what made
deep.
you choose your experiences to actually put it into play for the book
Wow.
to help others?
You know what? That's a good question, Ray, because it's been 18 years and I finished it. Actually, I did need to go through a lot that I went through because I was like, oh my goodness, I got to put this in the book because I did it. And it's times where I thought I was so hard on myself for things that I did. And I was like, it was hard. I mean, we are the worst, okay? It's like I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive me. And I kept hearing the Holy Spirit say, you are forgiven, daughter. Now forgive yourself. And I would cry and cry and cry. And so after going through different experiences, I really found out that God really loves us with an unfailing, an unfinged love, y'all. He loves us so much. Like, I can't even say it enough. Like, y'all out there, we listen. I mean, it's so important. Like, we listen to what people say. And a lot of us say, oh, I don't care what people say. It don't bother you. Oh, you big, you bad. But deep in the inside, that stuff get embedded. And you really listen to, like, I did this. My family member is not going to forgive this. My friend is not going to forgive this, you know. And I was raised really strict. So I thought I always had to, you know, be how I was raised. Okay, I can't go around certain family members with pants on. I need to put on a skirt and all that. And my mother, the late beautiful Elaine Etheridge, miss her, she'd say, Tanya, she'd say, God is love, Tanya. He love you just the way you are. You don't have to go and find skirts to put on. You keep your pants on because God love you, Tanya. You know what I mean? She would always tell me that. So you be you, you be real. She taught me how to be real, and I don't have to please anybody, but the first person to please is God. Then everything else will fall into place. Because we're never going to be perfect. But God's unfailing love, with his love, he gets us through everything. And that's been a journey. So when I look back and I say, wow, I started late on this book, but really I didn't. It came for such a time as this, and especially what we're going through now. You need to know that there's no love like God's love. It's unfailing. The seen and the unseen things. So, oh gosh, oh my gosh, yes.
You
so
know,
I
the
just need
chapter-
people to know that.
Because you're talking about God's love. So the chapter 5, I believe, it's the rewards of obedience, right? And you talked about that story in the book. You talked a little bit. I'm not going to say too much because you want to go get the book. But you did talk about how we looked, you know, at our parents and they rewarded us when we did well, right? So then I had to think about it. So I trusted my parents that they were going to reward me for doing good. But I had to ask myself, do I trust God to reward me?
Wow.
And that
good.
book, oh, don't worry, I used the reflection section. I used the reflection section.
I love her.
Because that's really important because you're taking life experiences and you're relating them to God that people sometimes don't even look at it because we say we trust, but sometimes we don't. Our faith isn't always where it needs to be. And you brought that, you brought that to the top of the list for me.
Thank you.
And I know this book is going to bless so many people because you are love. When I see you, you love everybody. You're so giving. And now she put it in a book to give it to her experiences, her love, and to let you know that, you know what, everything's going to be okay as long as you put God first.
Yes.
And
wow.
sis, you are amazing.
Thank you. Ray, you
And
amazing.
quiet is kept because you kept this a secret. She kept this a secret.
Right.
But you know what? Tanya, you are amazing, and you are going to bless so many people with this book.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too, and God used you in a mighty way.
Yes.
And it's all right here.
Yes.
And as far as let's go back a little bit to what you went through right in the book. And I know it's probably deep, because the experiences that you have in here show that you've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you keep going, knowing that you were going through so much and still be able to talk about God in such a beautiful light? And you went through what you were going through. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Wow, that's a good. That's good, Ray. As I said again, I could not have this joy. I always say this is joy unspeakable again without God. I could not do it without Him. Raising 5 kids, married, and yeah, I just started raising my kids, going through different things with them. That gave me a lot of things to write in the book as well. And just being a mother and trying to be a people pleaser. I guess I didn't know I was being a people pleaser, but I was trying to make everybody happy. And Tanya was losing herself, and I had nobody to run to but God. The things, even as being a woman, and we deal with so much. I would always go in the closet and sit, and I would just talk to God, because I tell everybody, I have people saying, hey, how do you talk to him? I want to pray and talk. I say, just like if you're talking to your friends, you can just sit and just talk to them. God, I'm feeling this way today. God, I don't like this. God, help me with this. So I would pour out all the time, right? It was just God was always there for me, and He would give me signs. One day I was praying, and it wasn't sunny outside that day. It was raining out, and so I seen like this bright light come in my closet, and I was like, wait a minute, is it sunny outside? And I got up because I was praying so hard, and I got up, looked out the window. It was no sun whatsoever. But Wow. It's like along the way, He always showed me, I'm here for you, daughter. And just like He was there for me, He's been there for you, and you. He's been there for you, and we didn't even know it. But it's been God. And my favorite saying for years of my life is, today is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. So no matter how I felt, God has been my strength. I mean, I didn't realize it then, but now I know it was Him that was walking with me, because God is real, y'all. I have had so many different experiences, Ray, and I know some people say, well, you're going to believe what you was raised in. But I love the foundation that I was raised in, but I'm still not in that, because I'm for everybody. I love everybody. I don't care what walk of life that you come from. I don't care if you Buddha, Jehovah Witness, Catholic. That doesn't bother me. Baptist, that doesn't bother me, because I love you all. Because guess what? God is love. And that's why we have to start showing unfailing love. If you say you love God, I'm talking about the God that made all the beautiful things, you, me, heaven and earth, the God that made us, capital God, He is real. And we got to start showing people that unfailing love. Yes, it's hard to love people that don't love you back, or have a different love. That's like the hardest. And people always say, Tanya, you love so much. But if you say you love the Creator and you love God, then you're going to love His people, because you are His people. You are
Exactly.
God's people.
Amen.
You are
Yes.
God's daughter.
Yes.
And nobody have to, believe me or go by what I say, but keep watching my life, because I'm going to love Him no matter what. Not perfect, but I'm going to love God, because He has been there for me with unfailing love, unfinged love.
Yes. Even through the hard times.
The hard times, the
that's
ups
the hard
and downs.
part for people.
Yeah.
But this book helps you.
Yes,
because that's
yes.
the hard part when you're going through something so drastic in your life. A lot of times people will say, God, why me?
Yes.
Or, they get mad at God. And I've done it.
Been there, done that, yeah.
But this book helps you see it totally different. When I was reading this book, it had me look at life and look at my relationship with God a little differently.
Aww.
So you blessed me, and you are going to bless so many people. So you definitely have to go get the book. It's on Amazon, Kindle. I mean, and this isn't going to be the last, okay? It's the first of many because you are going to continue to bless everybody.
Yes.
And I am honored to be the first one to interview you.
My sister, I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. So there will be a book signing coming soon. I'm spilling the tea because it's Let's Get Personal with LaTanya Ray, and we can do that, right? We can do that here. So there will be a book signing. Continue to follow LaTanya Lyke, author. She's an author. Like, I'm so excited. That's my sis. I'm so proud of her. And I know that there's a lot of people who are going to be blessed by this book. And just, you have blessed so many people.
Thank you.
I mean, I see you all the time. You turn around, Tanya's helping somebody. She is spreading the love, and she's pulling me along with her. Come on, Ray. Come on. And she pulls me with her. But you know what? She changed me, and she can change you too. So I would definitely say go buy the book.
Yes, thank you.
And
so
I love
much,
you.
Ray. I love you. More.
And what would you, last words that you would say to someone out there who's trying to write a book but can't find the time or feel like they can't do it? What are some words of wisdom that you can give to them on their first book?
You can do it. You can do it. With God, you can do anything. Yes, it's going to be days where you're not going to feel like it. You're going to have so many distractions. I've talked to so many people that have books always saying, Tanya, well, I started my book or I wrote this book. Well, finish it. You don't have to take as long as I did, you guys. Everybody's journey is different. It don't have to take that long. But what I had to put in this book, it had to take that long. And God
it was the right time. It was it might not be the time you want to.
Yes.
But it's God's time.
Yes.
And every time it's His time, it's the right time. So there you go. This is the right time.
Yes. So go do it. Go do it, y'all. You can do it. If I did it, anybody can. If it's in you, let God direct you. Let Him order your steps. And you got this. I promise you. You can do it, you guys. I love you all so much. Thank y'all so much for your support.
Get the book. Amazon, Kindle. Love y'all.